tomatoes, the lox, that herb cream cheese I love.
This is the bargain plate. Deluxe is $18.75 extra.
Charge it to the company account.
This is COD, lady. Mr. Stone said some woman named Patty Deva something would be here to pay for it.
Oh, I bet he did. Come on.
Is there a problem, Mr. Stone?
I was just waiting for everyone to get here. So.
This is everyone, Eli.
Right, okay. So, client retention. Taylor, Keith, any updates? We've been pursuing Latham.
Good news on Latham, people. I'm happy to report they're now part of the Posner Klein family.
All right. What's the score, Woo? Weathersby, Stone and Associates 5, Posner Klein 86.
This isn't a numbers game. All we need to keep us afloat is one big fish. I think Jim Cooper is that fish.
Just got a call from Jim Cooper. Turns out our donations to his MS Foundation and the local arts council blew him away. He's very interested in making the move.
It's not fair. It's like they know what we're going to do before we do it.
That's right. They win every time.
Posner Klein is comprised of our former colleagues. Some cross-pollination in terms of strategy is bound to occur. Let's not overreact.
It is a little suspicious how P&K keep beating us to the punch. I pitched Latham on Tuesday. An hour later, they signed with P&K. Exact same terms.
Same thing happened after my meetings with Fuller and Valdez.
Let's not be paranoid. No one's trying to sabotage us.
No, because they're actually doing it. As you pointed out, sir, some of our people are in contact with their people, so some cross-pollination is bound to occur.
I'm not pollinating anything with Matt.
I didn't say you were. I was just trying to imply that you were pillow-talking our business plan with him.
I am not the leak, Eli. And to prove it, I'm going to find out who is. Happy?
Ecstatic.
Your management skills are as deft as ever. Speaking of which, I'm not sure it's good for office morale, or your own, for that matter, to pin all our hopes on a single client.
He's the greatest humanitarian of his generation. We land Cooper, everyone's morale is going to skyrocket. Cooper is trying to grow his own marijuana for a clinical trial which might cure his son's MS. I mean, his signature, Weathersby Stone.
We're a new firm, Eli. We don't yet have a signature, which is why I think we should aim to diversify our client base.
We win the Cooper case, those other guys still on the fence are going to be lining up outside our door.
It's a very big if.
Maybe so, but it's one of the few plays we have left in our deck.
Oh, goodness.
What took you so long? Is the records room backed up?
I am the records room.
Oh, where are you going? No, I need your help. Go through all these files. I gotta figure out a way to get access to this Jim Cooper before Posner and Klein close in on him.
You mean stalk?
Yes, and your brimming optimism is duly noted.
Well, optimism was Maggie's department.
Well, she's gone, so.
Look at this picture of him in the paper with his son.
What's it say?
Oh, apparently last month, Jim Jr. set a new state record for the 200 freestyle. I thought you said he had MS.
It's in remission. Find out where and when his next swim meet is, and then get Jordan.
Okay.
Whoa. You are just a vision, because things do not spontaneously burst into flames. Okay, I am 99.9% sure that you are a vision, but just in case.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I was just...
Yes! Way to go, JJ! Woo! That's what I'm talking about! Woo!
Mr. Cooper, I don't know if you remember me. My name's Eli Stone.
Jordan, I didn't peg you for a swim junkie.
Jim, I know showing up like this is unorthodox, but...
We think that we can help you with your clinical trial if you'll just hear us out.
Well, JJ's swimming his next event in 10 minutes. I'll give you 3.
Okay. Well, we know that you applied to the DEA for a license to grow your own marijuana. We know that your application was rejected.
So you know my case. What I'm more interested in is a strategy for winning.
Right.
Hey, kiddo, you look great out there.
We caught your race on the way in. You got a real gift.
Thanks. Hoping I qualify for Olympic free trials. If I can keep it up.
I know that we look like two suits trying to schmooze your dad, and to be fair, we are. But we're also here to help him give you the best shot at a cure.
I better not monopolize your time then. To make sure he doesn't miss me smashing my best time in the 100 free.
Oh, are you kidding? I don't want to miss that. He's a smart kid. Monopolize is a good SAT word. It's also, ironically, our strategy. The federal government controls the entire supply of medical marijuana used for FDA trials. That's a de facto illegal monopoly. We argue to the DEA that denying you a license to grow pot is anti-capitalist, stifles competition, and isn't in the public interest.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yes! Posner and Klein can kiss my $100,000 a week retained ass!
Oh.
That's how we do things downtown, sorry.
Well, all right, if I were more prone to outbursts of emotion, I'd probably be doing a little jig.
That I would pay real money to see.
Uptown got its hustlers.
Uptown's got its hustlers.
The Bowery got its bums.
Bowery's got its bums.
42nd Street got Big Jim Walker. He's a pool shooting son of a gun.
42nd Street got Big Jim Walker. Big Jim Walker.
Yeah, he's big and dumb and make it fun. But stronger than the country horse. And when the bad folks fall, get together at night, you know they all call a Big Jim boss. Just a big boss. They say you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spit into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. You don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spit into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim.
Savor this moment, Eli. Catching your first big fish? Nothing quite like it.
Where do you think you're going?
To my office?
Why not to the conference room?
Is there something going on in the conference room?
I need your help. It's my daughter, Angela. She got pulled over for a DUI 2 days ago.
What happened?
Nothing really. She was at a bachelorette party. She had a glass of wine. That's it. She didn't do anything wrong.
Did they give her a breathalyzer? What'd she blow?
How should I know? That's your job.
Is Eli busy or something?
I thought you were the hotshot criminal defense lawyer.
That's flattering, but I think it's best if we go with someone outside the office with this. So, yeah, I'll give my old colleague Danny Meyer a call.
And this Danny character, where does he live?
I don't know. What's the matter?
I need to know I can track him down and kick him in the cojones if he messes this up.
And that's why I'm not the guy to help you with this.
What's worse? You go into your grave knowing that you let my daughter, a woman who's never gotten so much as a parking ticket, lose her financial aid and drop out of medical school for something that she didn't even do, or the threat of me knocking your block off.
Which conference room was it again? Thank you.
How'd my mom sucker you? Massive guilt trip or outright threat? I'm gonna go with outright threat.
It's both, actually.
Jeez. Well, you know if you help me out here, it's only gonna get worse, right?
I think I can manage that. So, shall we get started?
Oh my God. Sugar substitutes and caffeine can cause a variety of prenatal... I'm so screwed.
Screwed. As usual, the Dowd's timing is impeccable. You look so hot. I'm not kidding. The girls are like, wow.
Cute.
Sorry, you, lunch, this is great.
We see each other every night.
No, I see you see piles of work.
I'm sorry, but you know how it is, starting a new firm, going to court, making sure your sleazy new firm doesn't steal all our clients.
We're not stealing anyone. These guys are CEOs. They make up their own minds.
And how did you guys know the exact hour I was going to meet with Latham's CEO?
If you want to play interrogator detainee, I am game, but we should probably close the blinds, don't you think?
Look, someone on your team is stealing our place. I need you to find out for me who it is.
Well, I know I seem like the perfect guy for the job. Young, hot, ethically challenged. Thing is, I don't actually work here anymore.
God, I asked you to do one simple thing and you can't handle that?
I wouldn't call this simple.
Well, it's not like things are going to get any easier from here.
From here? Where exactly are we going, Taylor?
Nowhere. I'm sorry. I just... Forget I said anything, okay?
You know what? Lunch was a bad idea. I'll see you tonight.
Let's be honest here. We all know the government has a monopoly on the supply of marijuana for medical research.
As long as it's classified as a controlled substance, we're going to insist on, controlling it.
What for? Marijuana is legal in California for medicinal uses.
Okay. Actually, California pass any law it wants, but it's still illegal under federal law. Now, you so much as water a plant, and I'll have you arrested.
We are more than aware of the supremacy of federal law, but we also think it's fairly obvious that Mr. Cooper is not some illicit drug trafficker.
He's just a father desperate to fight his son's disease. Infer what you will about the public opinion fallout from that.
I'm more concerned about public consumption. We start making exceptions, and it's a slippery slope. Marijuana is a gateway to more dangerous drugs.
Right, like ecstasy and LSD, both of which scientists can easily obtain from any number of private laboratories.
So that's what's next? LSD for cancer, ecstasy for Parkinson's, and maybe I can get some crack for my eczema. Look, you want to grasp at straws, be my guest. Just stick to snake oils that aren't federally regulated, okay?
We're not giving up. With your son still in an early stage of the disease.
Early is too late when it comes to MS. With every new attack, the damage is done and it's permanent. At least it was with Vanessa.
It's my mom.
So sorry.
JJ was 3 when she got sick. At first, her episodes were so few and far between, we thought we could keep it at bay, but...
Look, I can't promise you that you'll be able to swim forever, but I can promise you I'm going to get your dad's hands on enough pot for the study.
Oh, please, don't say you know a guy who knows a guy.
Well, I do. His name is Uncle Sam.
You're gonna sue the government for their dope?
Actually, when it's grown on tax dollars, it's your dope, too.
I like this guy. Listen, let me take JJ to school. We'll talk more over lunch.
Whoa.
You gotta get out of there!
Watch your step here. Come on.
The whole building was burning. You'd think a vision about a pot case would be a little more fun.
Well, you'd think that with my brain aneurysm, God would avoid sharp spikes to my blood pressure.
So you were surrounded by flames. Well, there's the obvious association.
Drop the case or burn in the all-consuming fires of hell?
Just remember which of us said it first. But fire can also represent the manifestation of the divine. Like when God appeared before the Israelites at Mount Sinai in a cloud of smoke and fire.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's the going to hell one. A few days ago, my files on Cooper burst into flames.
You had another vision?
I didn't think much of it at the time until the musical vision.
Third vision?
In which Jordan was singing You Don't Mess Around with Jim. That one ended with fire, too.
You waited to come to me until after 3 visions warned you to drop this Cooper case?
Maybe they weren't warnings.
You don't mess around with Jim. And here you are, messing around with Jim.
Well, a vision has never told me to drop a case before. And why Cooper? I mean, this man's going to the ends of the earth for his son. My dad couldn't even make it to parent-teacher conference.
A devoted and protective father. I see why you're having trouble letting go of this case.
No, I'm just having trouble seeing how God's plan is don't find a cure for a debilitating and possibly fatal disease.
He's God. Don't backseat E05.
I'm not. I'm front-seat litigating. Am I supposed to just blindly follow these visions? I'm not just a messenger.
Be careful, Eli. Going against the visions, it's risky.
Yeah? Well, if God wanted a puppet for profit, he should have chosen an accountant.
Mr. Smalls, who is usually granted access to NIH cannabis stores?
Universities, health agencies, scientific institutions, very controlled environments.
And what about the private individuals? Do they ever receive NIH-sanctioned pot?
Object to the term pot as prejudicial. My client isn't asking for a doobie.
Sustained. Let's keep the slang to a minimum, people.
Plaintiff's lawyers claim that your decision not to grant him its marijuana constitutes a capricious and arbitrary decision.
It's a security issue. Besides, 2 identical studies involving cannabis and MS were already approved and ongoing. We didn't see the need for a 3rd one.
So these other 2 studies, they were designed to test the efficacy of cannabis on juvenile onset MS.
No.
Sorry, I thought that you just said that they were identical to Mr. Cooper's study.
Identical in that they both tested the effects of cannabis on MS.
But both those studies only accept subjects over the age of 18, right?
The NIH isn't going to supply cannabis to any study involving minors.
So you would never supply cannabis to Mr. Cooper's study. Director Smalls, are you aware that federal law prohibits unjustified discrimination based on age?
Yes, I'm also aware that the government shouldn't be helping a bunch of teens get baked on the taxpayer's dime.
The kids in Mr. Cooper's study wouldn't be getting baked. They'd be getting relief from a horrible disease. MS doesn't discriminate based on age. Why should the government?
It's not gonna happen. I let you smooth talk your way out of Roner, but I can't this time.
It's her first offense, Sam.
Not with a blood alcohol level of 0.085%. You have to have some serious tolerance to drink and drive with that much alcohol in your system.
Trust me, this isn't a regular thing at all.
She's got 0 priors. This is a one-time mistake. Besides, you and I both know that her breathalyzer can be off by at least 10%.
But the blood test won't be.
Doesn't change the fact that she didn't commit a moving violation.
She did, according to Officer Sawyer.
Officer Sawyer, now there's a trustworthy source.
In his sworn statement, he said that Ms. Scott was, quote, weaving in and out of traffic and appeared disoriented.
He only said that after she turned him down for a date. He mentioned that in his statement? I'm guessing not.
Because that's just an unsubstantiated allegation.
And 6 allegations in a row It's a sexual harassment lawsuit. Angela's the 6th woman he's tried to pick up while on the job, since November. I'm thinking Officer Sawyer's definition of to protect and serve might need a little adjustment.
I think I like the smooth talk better.
Wow, impressive. My mom was right. You are a hotshot lawyer. Some pretty mad skills back there.
It helps when you're extra motivated. So, you doing anything special to celebrate?
I was gonna get loaded. Kidding. Wait, were you just asking me out?
Trying to. I guess I don't have the same mad skills with women that I do in the courtroom.
I kind of like that in a guy.
So, is that a yes?
Yeah.
What happened? The cool kids ban you from their table?
They all went to Godzilla's. Sushi freaks me out.
You live in San Francisco.
I'm from Ohio, where we believe in cooking fish.
The Midwest sounds awesome. Remind me never to go there.
Shut up. So what's your excuse? Thought you were meeting Taylor for lunch.
No, that would require her actually wanting to see me.
You guys gonna fight?
It's a little hard to tell, actually. She thinks someone at Weathersby's leaking information to someone here so we can steal all their clients.
You know who's doing it?
I don't know. Taylor wants me to find out, but,
No wonder you're in a doghouse.
You think life would get less complicated when we weren't working together?
She'll forgive you. Maybe not right away, but she will. You get caught spying on these guys over here, I don't think they're gonna be as nice.
Hey.
Hey.
Everything okay?
Yeah. I thought I'd stop by and see how the trial's going. My dad says he's gonna win, but he always thinks that.
Oh, well, in this case, he has reason to be optimistic, because we're in great shape.
Oh.
So, having your dad go to court so that you could get high must be the coolest kid in school.
I'm a swimmer. I don't put alcohol or drugs in my body.
Absolutely. I was a mathlete. We had a similar ethos.
If the league finds out, that I have pot in my system, even if it's for this study, I'll be disqualified from competitions and I won't be able to go out for Olympic pre-trials.
I didn't realize that. I'm sorry.
I know there's this thing eating away at my brain. But it's like, right now, I don't care. All I care about is swimming. It's the only part of my life that's still mine.
What do you mean?
My dad. He's... Everything has to be his way. He's been telling me what to do for so long, even when he's not around, I can't get his voice out of my head. Except when I'm swimming. When I'm underwater, I don't think about stuff. I'm just counting the tiles on the bottom, back and forth. He can't get to me.
Do you even want to be in this clinical trial?
No.
But this whole case is about you. I mean, I'm fighting for you, and now you tell me that you don't even want this?
No, I don't.
Does your dad know?
Mm-hmm.
Then why is he pushing so hard for the study?
He doesn't care what I want. I tried to talk to him. He never listens to me.
Maybe it's just that he knows what you're up against. I mean, what happened with your mom? I mean, he obviously loves you very much. I mean, you have to believe that he wants what's best for you.
You wouldn't think that if you knew him. Look, if you want to win this case for him, fine. But don't do it for me. I never asked for your help.
Beautiful morning, isn't it? I hear the night is going to be lovely, too. Clear skies, stars out, very romantic. Do you have any big plans?
Pathetic. I was just...
When I asked for an attorney at law, I wasn't asking for a son-in-law.
I'm not marrying Angela. It's just dinner. Are you really threatening to shank me with a butter knife?
And just suppose I am now. Do you really want to take my sweet little Angela on a date?
I'll take good care of her. I promise.
May 6th, 2007. I'll never forget it. I went into JJ's bedroom to wake him up for school, and he said he couldn't feel anything in his arms. And that first attack lasted several weeks. And then shortly after he was diagnosed, I was driving him to his swim meet, and he just turned to me, out of the blue, and asked why I couldn't work on a cure. You do everything else, Dad, he said. And that's when I decided I was going to beat this thing.
Still Setting up your own clinical trial, that is no small undertaking. Why not simply donate money to existing studies on MS?
If I wait for nonprofit research to bring a drug to market, it could be too late for JJ. I lost my wife to this disease. JJ's all I've got left. If I could just get this study going, I think we both need that hope. I mean, the fact that my son is willing to give up swimming just to be able to take part in this clinical trial, I think that says it all.
Of course, you have never heard him say that in so many words. I mean, just remember, everything you say here is on record, so let's avoid speculating as to your son's state of mind. Moving on.
It's not speculation. He's told me this many times.
Unfortunately, that's hearsay coming from you, so I guess I have nothing.
Your Honor, I have a few other questions.
But first, I would like a recess to speak with my client.
That won't be necessary.
I think it is. If for no other reason than for you two to get on the same page.
It was a simple misunderstanding between my partner and me. I'll take over from here and get you right back on track.
You better. I was on a roll.
You were rolling right into prison for perjury.
Are you out of your mind?
Eli, we don't generally accuse our clients of breaking the law.
I'm sorry, but as your lawyer, it's my responsibility to protect you.
Everything I said on that stand was the truth.
The truth is that your son does not want to be in this clinical trial. He told me. He just wants to swim.
Wait outside for me. You talk to my son without me?
You have to think about what's best for JJ. Placing him in a clinical trial against his will?
He's 16 years old. He doesn't know what's good for him. And he doesn't need you putting ideas in his head.
He came to me, and he knows a lot more than you give him credit for if you just listen to him.
Look, I'm not paying you for parenting advice. I'm paying you to win this case for me. You involve yourself with my family, I'm gonna have to get myself involved with yours.
What's that supposed to mean?
Your brother works at St. Vincent's, right, Mr. Stone? Small world. I'm the largest donor to that hospital.
Are there any other conversations I should be privy to as your co-counsel on this case?
I'm sorry. I didn't think it was relevant. I had no idea that Cooper was going to perjure himself. I should have listened to you from the start. Clearly not the perfect client. But we can still get out of this.
That's not an option.
Well, neither's being in bed with this guy.
I have been representing Jim Cooper since 1987 when he first retained WPK. In all the years I've known him, he's been nothing less than a brilliant businessman, a munificent philanthropist, and a world-class ass.
Apparently, I'm the ass. Here I was thinking that we had a new mission.
We do. It's to represent clients whose business practices do no harm, not clients who win the Father of the Year award. If that were our criteria, there wouldn't be anyone left on our client roster, nor would I be running this firm, for that matter.
You're pulling out all the stops. How'd you know I like Thai?
I didn't. I just figured I'd be safer with chopsticks on the table.
I can't believe my mom pulled a butter knife on you. I'm so mortified.
Oh, don't be.
So what's good here?
The pineapple duck curry. Had it last week. It's out of this world.
You mean on another date?
No, it's just out with some friends.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if you think I'm some sort of player, trust me, I'm not.
Yeah, which is exactly what a player would say. You probably got girls lined up all weekend.
Try me.
Oh, you call your mom? A lot. Okay, so that makes you a mama's boy and a player.
You're tough, like your mom.
Dad, the law firm, me. And a call to Terry. Ooh, and another one, and another one. So she's your Saturday night, huh?
She's my brother, Terrence.
You guys are close, huh?
Yeah, he's 17. Thinking about dropping out of high school. I'm talking him off the ledge.
Yeah, well, don't push him too hard, okay? Your mom's been pushing me since kindergarten. And...
You didn't turn out so bad.
Wow, that meal was to die for. Can't believe I'm going to ruin it by getting hospital commissary froyo for dessert.
Yeah, well, I'm up with some bad froyo if you want some company.
I would love to, but my shift starts in like 30 minutes. Hey, maybe next time.
As long as there is a next time.
You want a coffee or something? You want a soda, water?
No. Actually, I just came by about some work-related stuff.
Okay. So we'll skip coffee, and you can help me with my closing for the Cooper case. I'm just kidding. Or not.
I heard about the trial. How your client almost perjured himself.
How'd you hear about that? And why you're passing me a piece of paper? Or the name of one of my employees on it.
It's the leak. Matt told me about it. To be honest, I'm surprised he didn't ask for my help.
Well, you were gone. And I didn't think it was right. Besides, you lose your job for this.
Turns out it's kind of an advantage to be the lone guppy in the Shark Tank.
Oh.
Since I do pro bono work, everyone thinks I'm noble and trustworthy. Like the Oprah of P&K. I ask a few choice questions, people tell me everything.
So head of pro bono and the office shrink. Sounds like you got promoted twice.
Yeah. It's not at all what I thought it was going to be like. The work is good, and the people are super friendly. I love it.
I'm very happy for you.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, I guess I better let you get back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, it's great to see you.
You too. I can't help but miss things.
Yeah. I miss things too. I could stand up here for hours and talk about the humanitarianism of Jim Cooper. But I'm not going to do that. See, I'm a lawyer. And as you know, we lawyers love hypotheticals. So, what if my client weren't the admirable philanthropist? What if he was someone else entirely? An egomaniacal jerk, for instance. Let's even say, and remember this is just for the sake of argument, that he does not have his son's best interest at heart. Even if you assume all this, the law is still on his side. Whatever Jim Cooper is or is not, the fact is that his study will take place in a controlled, high-security facility. The fact is that it would not violate any of the U.S. international treaties regarding marijuana. And I'll tell you another fact. 200 years ago, another father injected his son with a live virus. The experiment was considered risky and lacking in merit. And that gave us the vaccine for smallpox.
Yeah, and can you make sure that gets to Judge Phelps by noon? Thanks.
Kate!
Look, I know what you're gonna say. And you have every right to be protective of your daughter. But the truth is, I really like her, all right? And I think she might like me. So if you don't mind, how about just giving us some space here, huh?
I just came to tell you. She said she had a great time last night.
Did she say anything else?
Don't push your luck.
In ruling on Jim Cooper's study, I have to balance drug use by minors against potential scientific benefits. In light of the government's failure to present compelling evidence that Mr. Cooper's study would adversely affect drug enforcement in this country, I find in favor of the petitioner.
How about that, kiddo? We won.
With all due respect, sir, you won.
Trial's over, Eli. Mr. Cooper no longer requires our advice, just our bill.
And I'll throw this one in for free. Look, you've already had 16 years with him. He's done everything you've told him to. Maybe just this once, you could let him make his own decision. Tell him what you told me about how you feel about the study.
Eli, let's go.
Just tell him, right here, right now.
What do you want to tell me, JJ?
Go on, you can do it. He needs to hear this from you.
It's nothing. Sorry, it's nothing.
Hey, what do you say we celebrate? Any restaurant you want, huh? How does that sound? Thank you again for all your hard work. I'll be in touch.
Keith Bennett. Hey, I'm sorry, but didn't you settle this 2 days ago?
We did, but then we got the results of Angela's blood test back, and we found traces of BE and EME.
Cocaine? Are you saying Angela, my client was on cocaine? You sure?
We already dropped the charges, but given your relationship with the client's mother, I thought you should know.
Yeah. Thanks, Sam.
And finally, we have had our first big victory this week. Jim Cooper's clinical trial will be going ahead using the government's supply of marijuana.
As we anticipated, Cooper's presence has given us an opening with some other heavy hitters. Thanks to Mr. Stone's legal ingenuity, not only are our calls being returned, we've also been able to upgrade to a better class of breakfast.
And I just spoke with the president of the UCSF Pension Fund and the CEO of the S&Ware Charitable Foundation, both of which are now our clients. So great work, everyone. Rudy, do you have a second?
I got a depot in 10. Can I wait?
No, but I'll make it quick. We know that you have been feeding information about our business strategies to Posner and Klein. You jeopardize the future of this firm and everyone who works here.
Look, if you want to fire me, just get it over with.
Why did you stay here?
I don't know. Short commute, maybe.
Or maybe because you couldn't go to P&K? They didn't even make you an offer. Weathersby Stone Associates is only going to be as good as the people in it. And for that to work, you have to want to be here. You have to believe in our cases and in what we're doing. Now, if that's not what you want, you're free to go. But if it is, you have to show me what you can do and why you should be here.
I think I can do that.
I'm not sure I could have been that gracious.
You would have. You were with me.
Maybe I should have been more gracious with you this week.
You were just doing what you thought was best for the firm.
But this is our firm. We're equals. We need to make these decisions together, and I need to respect that.
Yes, sir.
It's shortened. People call you sir now, Eli, not the other way around.
Hindsight being 20/20. Do you wish you'd followed the visions?
Don't you mean foresight being 20/20?
I was trying not to rub it in.
I wish I hadn't messed things up for Cooper's son. But maybe something good is going to come of this study. And with Cooper as our client, our firm has a future.
Yeah, you just keep telling yourself that.
Come on, I think things went pretty well, considering this was the first time I stood up to the big guy. Our relationship is evolving. We're having a dialogue.
What you did this week, that's not a dialogue, Eli. You didn't change your relationship with God. It's still one way. You just reversed the direction. God tried to tell you something, and you ignored him.
I did not ignore him.
Right. You defied him. Yeah, my bad.
Or maybe I convinced him I was right, and he had nothing more to add. Did I mention I haven't had any more fiery visions?
Night's still young.
Come on, you really think that... Okay, so what exactly happens to someone who defies God?
Lots of things. I mean, none of them ever good. Moses made one little mistake. God told him to speak to a rock, to get water for the Israelites. Instead, he hit it with a stick, and bam, God forbids him from ever entering the promised land.
For hitting a rock?
Yeah. And Lucifer. Man, this dude...
Okay, I get it. Wow, Lucifer. Way to kill the conversation. Hey.
Hope it's okay I came by.
No, yeah, I'm glad you did. You want a soda or something?
Sure. Water.
How'd you know where I live?
My dad likes to keep a personal file on everyone who works for him.
That's good to know.
So I guess I disappointed you yesterday.
No. Come on, it's hard to stand up to a parent. Particularly your parent.
You did. Everyone else is afraid of him. Not you. I've never seen anyone stand up to him before.
Well, it helps that he's not my father.
I wish you weren't mine.
No, you don't.
I'm serious. I want to be emancipated. I don't want to be his son anymore.
Look, you're upset about the clinical trial.
It's not just that. It's everything. At least when my mom was around, she'd try to protect me.
I know it's hard, okay? But you have to keep trying.
I'm done trying. You showed me. There's only one way to stand up to my father. I gotta get him out of my life. I want to take him to court, and I want you to represent me.
Oh, no.
Yes,
no.
Please, Mr. Stone. I don't want to live in the same house with him. I don't even want to talk to him. I don't want to have anything to do with him. I can't take it anymore. Will you help me, Mr. Stone?